Welcome back. Have Liverpool lost their edge? Leggy, physically off it and weak. The Sky Sports experts were scathing of the intensity of Arne Slot's side in their defeat by Manchester City.
Their legs had gone. It was almost as if they couldn't get up the pitch. They couldn't move. They were walking. Their tempo in the game was nothing. They looked physically really, really well short in the game. They looked physically short in terms of their running. Physically short in terms of actually just getting out muscle.
It's really poor for Liverpool. They should be able to get a challenge and get a touch on the ball.
I thought Liverpool looked like a really weak team today. That word, lack of intensity, lack of energy, just chopping and changing, bringing subs on, but it just looked really flat. To lose 7 and 10 and 5 league losses already this season, yeah, it has to be a crisis for a club like Liverpool.
So should Liverpool fans be worried about their team's physicality? It's been a huge part of Liverpool's identity over the last few years, but in certain areas it is on the decline. The Liverpool press has been an issue this season, and broadly the team are making fewer pressures per game than at any point in the last 6 years. So is this by design to sit off a bit more, or is the press simply not functioning? Next, counter pressures. Quick explainer for you first. These are the moments immediately after Liverpool have lost the ball. Do they sit off or do they hunt it down immediately to win it back? Counter pressures are when a pressure is made within 2 seconds of a turnover. Liverpool's numbers on the decline, as you can see, and again are at their lowest point since 2019-20. Now, some of this drop-off could be down to opposition sides immediately going long against Liverpool, bypassing these counter-pressure moments, but certainly a significant thing to note. So how else can we look at intensity as well? What about the appetite for tackles and interceptions? Again, a big drop-off. They won the title, remember, in 2019-20 at this point, and only lost 4 games here in 23-24 when tackles and interceptions per game were at their highest. Now, though, you're looking at about a 20% drop-off from last season to this season. So, Darren, what do we think? Has the intensity dropped off from Liverpool this season, and what can they do about it?
Well, it clearly has. I mean, those stats are damning, really, and when you look at those, and it must be frustrating for Arne Slot, for the Liverpool fans as well, being Premier League champions last season, and to see the drop-off that they've had. What can they do about it? They've just got to build on they've got to build their confidence back up. They signed a lot of players. It's a turnaround as well. It's Arne Slot's second season. It's more, everyone says it's Jurgen Klopp's team, but this is more Arne Slot's team now. He's made a lot of signings. They need to get back to basics, really, and the basics is what you've just showed us there, the stats. That is all. None of that is about ability. That's about desire and commitment, especially when you lose the ball, the interceptions, the counter presses. Just got to work harder, and that shows from what you've said there. The drop-off. I didn't see these stats before you showed them. The drop-off is it's not a good sign. It's not a good look for Liverpool.
Yeah, I mean, maths was not my strong point at school, but that does not look like a good graph, does it? I mean, they are sharp declines. Just on the subject of declines, Darren, it's quite interesting with Liverpool in recent years. 19-20 won the league.
Yeah.
Following season, they lost 9 league games and finished third. 2021-22, finished second, nearly won the quadruple, would have made them arguably the greatest club team in English history. Following season, they finished 5th, lost 9 games. Last season, won the league, had only lost 2 matches by the time they won the title. This season, they've already lost 5. It's quite peculiar, but it doesn't seem... I mean, is it a coincidence? There are obviously loads of moving parts in those 3 blocks of seasons, but every time they've had a great season, they've dropped off the next one.
Yeah, I mean... They only lost 4 last season, the whole of last season.
Yeah, but 2 of those were when they'd already won the league.
Exactly, when they kind of dropped off a little bit, didn't they, towards the end, and 5 already this season. To question already after 11 games is the title over for Liverpool. It must be so frustrating as a supporter. Not just as a supporter, I mean, every one of us would have had them at least in the top 2. In the top, I think they won it at Canter last season, didn't they? City struggled, Arsenal obviously dropped off as well. They won it at Canter, and it must be the feeling around that football club must be what is going on. You know, Virgil van Dijk's called meetings as well, and I've been in football clubs, not up at the top of the leagues, but down the bottom of the leagues. And when you're getting in-house meetings, then something's clearly wrong, and they need to get to the bottom of it really quick, because It's only 8 points, by the way. They could turn that around. Like we said in terms of the Wolves situation, you know Liverpool can go on a run of wins. So they can turn that around, but you're relying on Arsenal, you're relying on City to drop a lot of points. And is that going to happen? It's unlikely.
I think it's 7 goals conceded from set pieces by Liverpool this season. If they can sort out defending set pieces, if they can sort out some of the issues with the functionality of the press, the picture might actually look very different for Liverpool right now in terms of the goals that they've conceded. So it's not all kind of doom and gloom. I know we talk about a turnover in players and the money that they spent this summer, but actually it's such fine margins between things working and things not working.
I'm sure you guys done it as well, but I looked at the clubs that have picked up the same, if not less points at the same after winning the title. There's only 4. Only Chelsea, Leicester, Blackburn way back in the day, and Manchester United. Manchester United picked up the same amount of points after 11 games in 2001-02, I think. Ended up finishing 3rd. The rest were 10th, 12th, and
teams
below that.
you would have expected it from, i.e. Leicester, who I don't think anyone thought were going to win.
Chelsea got 11 points after they won the title, and they finished 10th the following season. If Liverpool finish outside the top 4, that's a terrible season for them.
Just to tie in two of the points that you've both made there, one of the things that you said, Darren, is something's clearly wrong. I don't think we can say enough times one of the things that's wrong is that they've lost their mate who's not with them anymore, and none of us can ever really get how that's affecting them on a day-to-day basis. But what Dave said there about recruitment and the money they've spent, what do you think is more significant to their trouble at the moment? The players that they've lost, and in particular possibly Trent, or trying to integrate the players that have joined?
Both. I think both. They had such a consistent side, didn't they, over the years, where they went toe-to-toe with Manchester City, and then they won the title. There was a lot of consistency in their first 11. Then they have lost a lot of players. I mean, Luis Diaz, what he's doing as well. But by me, the goal he scored at the week was fantastic, and they must be looking, thinking, have we replaced him with the right people? Then trying to integrate the players they've got. Isak, a lot of money when they also they signed Ekitike as well, and then Florian Wirtz is not working at the moment. They'll all be successful, in my opinion, at the club, but it needs to happen sooner rather than later because they spent a lot of money. The top 4 of last season, never seen a transfer window like it. You guys will say the same. They really all made moves, and Liverpool were probably the dominant out of all the 4 as well. And at the moment, they're the team that it's not working for.
One of the few players who has had a decent season, you would say, for Liverpool so far is Federico Chiesa. He's backed his teammate Florian Wirtz to show his ability. Chiesa took part in our latest fan Q&A as the Liverpool forward sat down with Adam Smith.
This is Ask Chiesa. We teed it up on Sky Sports social media accounts, giving you at home the chance to ask this man absolutely anything. Federico, we had thousands of questions, so I've picked the best ones. Are you looking forward to this?
Yes.
Okay. We had a lot of questions about this, actually, talking about your song. Just says, what is it like having the best fan song at the club?
Oh, at the beginning when I was playing, it was a bit embarrassing because, you know, they were singing for someone who wasn't playing, so it wasn't there. But I did appreciate it a lot. And then when I started playing and the goals came and whatever, like the last few months, so I was glad because it did make sense at the end. So they're singing for like actually someone who's, but the support has been amazing, and I'm very happy and I'm really honored to play for such an amazing fan base.
And of course, at home, do you ever find yourself singing the song in the shower, in the living room, in your head?
My wife sometimes sings it to me, yeah. Or also the players. Sometimes when I get here in the morning, they go like, "You can hear it like this." I'm like,
do you want to sing it for us?
No, I'm a bad singer, but they do sing it sometimes just to make fun of me. But even my wife as well. Sometimes she just chants the song at home, and I'm like, "Stop it, please." Yeah, because it's a nice tune.
It is.
Yeah.
The next one says, who's the most famous person in your phone book?
Cristiano.
Yeah. What's he like? Go on, talk to me about what he's like off the pitch.
He's built like a statue, I have to say.
Yeah.
It's very
good body, yeah?
Yeah. Good, very good body, very good body. Fantastic player, one of the greatest. I mean, it was just a dream come true to play with him.
Yeah.
It was a dream come true.
Yeah. Do you still speak to him a lot now?
No. I don't want to disturb him.
You don't want to disturb him. No. Next one says, can you describe your new teammates in one word? So first up, Ekitike.
Skillful.
How good has he been, by the way?
Yeah, it's
so quick.
He's adapted so quick. Yeah, so quick for the intensity of the Premier League. But his skill set is just amazing. He has a very good technique.
Next up, Isak.
I would say clinical, yeah, even though he didn't score a lot yet, but I think he will because he knows how to score goals and he's shown that in the Premier League.
And he's clinical in training, is he? Do you see it?
Yeah. Clinical,
okay.
yeah.
Next up, Kirkez.
Intensity.
Next up, Frimpong.
Fast.
Yeah?
He's so rapid, yeah.
And finally, Wirtz.
Oof. I said already skillful for Hugo, so I would say technical. It's just one of the best players I've ever seen on the ball.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ever. Talk to me about Wirtz, because obviously when a new player comes for a big price tag, a lot is made of that. But as someone who sees him every day, tell me what he's like and the capability the player he can become this season for Liverpool.
No, he's, as I said, he's one of the best players I've ever seen with the ball. Like the way he controls the ball, the way he touches the ball is just world class. So of course he has everything to be a success at Liverpool. There's nothing holding him back. Of course, he came from another league. Hugo instead adapted quickly. He has to get some time, so that is normal. But the player is just amazing from what I've seen. And the price tag, of course, for the prices, like there's 10 years ago, maybe it would have came here for, 50? I don't know, maybe 60? Yeah. With inflation now it's 100.
Different. Yeah, I see what you mean.
So, but if we go back in time, it would have cost us like a lot of money because the player is just fantastic.
Love that. Federico, lovely to meet you. All the best for the season. Enjoy.
Thank you very much.
Liverpool's season finds itself at a crossroads after a troubling sequence of results and mounting doubts over how the major summer investment is being integrated. Despite spending a staggering £446 million on new players, including Wirtz, Alexander Isak, and others, serious questions now hover over squad depth, cohesion, and identity. Florian Wirtz, arriving amid considerable fanfare, has struggled to find the form and fit his profile condemned he was brought for. While his pedigree from Leverkusen promised creative trigger-pulling, at Liverpool he has often found himself constrained by role ambiguity, crowded positions, and tactical demands divergent from his best traits. Analysts argue that this misdeployment increasingly reveals itself as a key drag on performances. Manager Arne Slot has acknowledged the issues and defended his integration strategy, but cracks are showing. Pundits and former professionals highlight the dual damage of losing club stalwarts and attempting to rebuild rapidly at elite level. One television panel highlighted that they've lost their mate who's not with them anymore, and both recruitment and integration are now significant in their trouble. The implication, culture, leadership, and continuity matter as much as money. On the pitch, Liverpool's structure appears less resilient under pressure. Key departures in recent seasons have undermined the sense of collective instinct. Meanwhile, new faces are yet to consistently deliver. With high expectations attached to the transfers, the delays and impact are stirring internal concern. Meanwhile, the financial cost amplifies the urgency. Spending big demands a faster return. Liverpool now face a pivotal run of fixtures. If performances don't improve, the window for correction narrows fast. Wirtz must find his rhythm, the system must adapt to him, and leadership must step up. The season is far from over, but the moment for clarity, collectively and individually, is now.